Saw this video. Tabatash was talking about this one. Let's get some background here from the post-millennial. First, let's see this video here. I believe this was in San Francisco, not too long ago. About 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. Take a look at this.
Great. What age do you think a girl's mature enough to have?
I think that's a decision for herself, her provider, and her parents.
How did you feel about your body changing when you were going through puberty?
I have lots of different feelings about it, but you know what? I'm just going to go over here and stand. I'm not going to just lie to you. I'm just going to stand next to you and counter or hatred.
Yes, because anyone who disagrees with you must just be hatred.
So, Kaiser Permanente told my daughter that she should go on puberty blockers and hormones when she was 13. And I told my daughter that's not possible, that you'll never become a man. And she grew up to be a healthy whole woman. She's 20 years old now. Do you know any transgender children?
I do.
Yeah? Do you have a transgender child?
I do.
And how did they know they were transgender?
Because that's something a person knows inside them.
Yeah? At what
Yeah,
age
no, they
know,
don't.
that you were a cis woman? At what age?
That's something I really thought about.
Oh, and why did your child...
I'm sure
think
there's
they're
lots of things you
transgender?
haven't thought about.
Maybe I'm not going to answer your questions anymore. I'm just going to stand here silently next to you, okay? We're done.
Oh, sure. Does your child go to a public school in California? Did they learn there could be 13 gender identities?
I'm going to
My daughter learned...
There's only 2 genders.
Again, can I give you a hug? Thank you for doing this.
Can I have a hug? Can I have a hug?
No, you can't.
Why can't the gay boys grow up to be gay men?
Truly a question for the ages.
It's not hatred. You guys, it's not hatred to tell a child that they can grow up to be healthy and whole. How much money does a surgeon make off of a girl top surgery?
Oh, very good question.
Permanente charges only a $100 copay, and the surgeon makes $25,000.
25 grand.
I was approved for a phalloplasty.
That's a good bit of bob, isn't it?
2 appointments over Zoom. My doctor told me I could have a fake penis that would allow me to either be standing up or to have penetrative sex, but not both. Do you think your transgender child might one day have top surgery and a phalloplasty? Is that something you would allow them to have? You know, they make
Valid
a
questions.
phalloplasty out of the skin tissue on your thigh or your forearm. It's like a skin sausage. It's a fake penis. $130,000.
Oh, watch this, chat. Watch this.
I'm gonna hunt you down and fucking kill you.
Wait, you can't say that. You can't tell somebody you're
Well, she just did.
You can't say that.
You can't say that to somebody. She just did. And just for a little bit of impact here, chat, let's watch it again.
I'll hunt you down and fucking kill you.
Wait,
One more time. Just because she's been caught in 4K here. What did she say to this woman?
it's a fake penis. $130,000.
I'm gonna hunt you down and fucking kill you.
Quote, I'm gonna hunt you down and fucking kill you, unquote. You said in it, I was summoned. Welcome, Sai. An administrative director at a college, no less. Yes, indeed, Rosso. This woman has been identified as an administrative director at the University of California in San Francisco. Her name is Madeline Mann. This footage that we just saw was taken by parental rights activist Beth Bourne at a Democrat convention, also in San Francisco. We have learned that UCSF Administrative Director Madeline Mann, it's been uncovered her social media profiles. She's been caught on video making a direct threat against Beth Bourne. You saw it just now. Right Angle News Network has the telephone number of the Employee Relations Department at the University of California, San Francisco, where Madeline Mann works as an administrative director. The telephone number is 415-353-4012. Right Angle News Network is encouraging people to call 415-353-4012. And when you call 415-353-4012, ask for the Employee Relations Department. And ask them if this is acceptable behavior. Me personally, I don't think it is. I think this woman deserves to be fired. I know it's San Francisco, so it's going to be a big ask for something like that, especially at a university in San Francisco. But I would think that someone there, somewhere within employee relations, which can be reached at 415-353-4012, would at least have some good sense, some small sense of decency to say, yeah, you know what, probably not a good idea for our administrative director to go round and threaten people, even activists that might annoy them a bit, and say to them, and I quote, "I'm going to hunt you down and fucking kill you," unquote. I would think somebody at UCSF would find that to be a bridge too far. That's just going too far, and we can't look the other way on that. But from the post-millennial, UCSF clinic director threatens to kill female protester at California Democrat convention. A University of California San Francisco administrative director has been identified as a transgender activist who threatened to kill a woman at the California Democratic Party state convention. Again, quoting from the video, "I'm gonna hunt you down and fucking kill you," unquote. Those are the words of Madeline Mann, administrative director of clinical and translational science training at UCSF, to Beth Bourne before shoving her and fleeing the scene in a video that has since been viewed hundreds of thousands of times on social media. This incident occurred on the 21st of February in the lobby of the Moscone Center in San Francisco, where the California Democrat Party was holding its state convention. Miss Mann is 57 years old. She's an old hag. She's an angry old hag at that. She had attended a Rainbow Families Action event that organized a trans rights march ending at the convention. She arrived about 10 minutes after Miss Bourne, who was protesting in the lobby with a sign critical of double mastectomies on minor girls. Someone found her LinkedIn profile, apparently. How very interesting. We saw what happened there in the video. Series of questions. Finally, one just triggered her. And she said, "I'm going to hunt you down and fucking kill you." Now, Miss Bourne reported the incident to the San Francisco Police Department. The responding officer, Catherine Winters, is a trans activist who identifies as female. Hardly impartial, I would say. Afterward, Democrat organizers asked Miss Bourne to leave the center, and she complied. Miss Bourne says she's not surprised the woman who threatened her works within the University of California system. Miss Bourne said, "I believe our UC system has created an echo chamber where no one is allowed to question DEI or gender ideology. It is quite simply an echo chamber in all of academia, throughout much of the industrialized world." Miss Bourne regularly protests what she calls gender ideology and transgender radicalism in the Bay Area after being laid off for an administrative role at UC Davis in 2024. Her activism has made her the target of repeated threats and harassment from far-left extremists. Miss Mann, however, manages and oversees administrative functions at a UCSF clinic that receives National Institutes of Health funding to research ways to improve patient and community health. And she is married to a woke tech writer and podcaster by the name of Merlin Mann, Nothing magical about that bloke. No magic there, only soy. The couple have an 18-year-old daughter, Eleanor Flannery Mann, whom they helped transition at the age of 15. It previously referred to her as Ellie. Eleanor first used they-them pronouns before later adopting he-him. Her parents now refer to her as their son. That's not their son, that's their daughter. She's always going to be their daughter. She's always going to be a woman. She will never be a man. No matter how many chemicals and hormones she pumps through her body. Joe, welcome in. It's Ma'am! Oh, and thank you for the 50 kicks. Thank you so much, Joe. With the skull emoji. In addition to transgender activism, Miss Mann has participated in an anti-government protest targeting immigration officials. Well, imagine my shock. In January, she joined a group at Ocean Beach calling for immigration and customs enforcement to be abolished. Miss Bourne later said, I don't have much confidence that the San Francisco Police Department will investigate the death threat given my past experience with filing police reports. So many of my women friends are scared, terrified to speak out publicly because they're afraid transgender activists will either attack them while they're speaking or track them down at home. Her fears are quite warranted, as we've seen with some of the recent mass shootings committed by people who are transgender. UCSF and Miss Mann have been contacted for comment. Looks like they didn't have anything to say. But that is quite interesting. She works for a university. Both of them. One of them did at one point. One of them still does. Madeline Mann got to keep her job because she did a right thing. Beth Bourne, she didn't. She was drummed out. Dubious reasons. I've got my doubts as to the official reasons. But more than likely, probably because she did a wrong thing. And because she dared to speak out and make her voice heard, UCSF Administrative Director Madeline Mann went right up to her and said, I'm going to hunt you down and fucking kill you. Her exact words. Well, chat, according to Right Ankle News Network, they've got an employee relations department at the University of California, San Francisco. And their telephone number is 415-353-4012. Again, 415-353-4012. Right Angle News Network is encouraging everyone. Give the Employee Relations Department a call at 415-353-4012. Again, 415-353-4012. And let them know what you think. Ask them if this is acceptable, if they're going to look the other way. Unfortunately, I think they are. I think this woman's going to get away with it. So many others have before. She threatened someone's life. On camera. Clear as day. Audio crystal clear. And she walked away. Wasn't arrested. Wasn't questioned by the police. Nothing. These people feel so comfortable and confident in their position that they can openly threaten other people's lives, and they think they can get away with it. Like I always say, it'll work until it doesn't. And you get what you tolerate. Another bit of perspective on this. From Billboard Chris, the psychology here is fascinating. Madeline Mann knows deep down she failed, lied to, and abused her daughter, who now pretends to be male. That's all her daughter can do is pretend to be male. She's never going to be a man. She's always going to be a woman. But Miss Mann needs society to affirm the lie to prevent herself from breaking. Beth not only refuses to affirm the lie, she did what Madeline could not. She saved her own daughter from this cult. That's threatening to someone like Madeline Mann. Someone like Madeline Mann, who's a lot weaker. That's too much for her to bear. That failure is too much for her. It's all too much to confront for Madeline, and it broke her, and it's very sad. But however sad it may be, it's wrong, and it's also illegal to threaten someone's life like that. To go up to them and into their ear say, and I quote, "I'm going to hunt you down and fucking kill you," unquote. You can't do that sort of thing. Even in a country like the United States of America, there are laws against threatening speech like that. At the very least, it can open you up to civil liability. And it will get you questioned by the police. You simply cannot do that sort of thing. At least, that's how it's supposed to be in a functioning society. But we don't live in a functioning society anymore. We have a society of two-tier justice, where those who have the correct opinions and signal the proper virtues can practically get away with murder. Meanwhile, those who stand up for the good, the lovely, and the true have to live their lives in fear of some rando in a bad mood someday, seeing them on social media, tracking them down, and doing them harm, possibly killing them. That is the sort of twisted, upside-down, perverse world we live in right now. This cannot go on. And we don't have to live like this. We do not have to continue to tolerate this. We can collectively organize, gather together our forces, and say to people like Madeline Mann at the University of California, San Francisco, no, you're not going to do this sort of thing. This is wrong. You know it's wrong, and you need to face justice. There's the number on your screen for that Employee Relations Department at UCSF, 415-353-4012. Again, 415-353-4012. I should love it if we get a report from Right Angle News Network that thousands upon thousands of people called up 415-353-4012 and told the Employee Relations Department at UCSF, this is wrong, and Madeline Mann needs to be fired for this. She needs to, at the very least, be questioned by police. And if there is any sort of justice in this world, she needs to be arrested for this sort of thing.